Fable just dropped a 30-minute demo of gameplay footage, and I'm going to cover every detail that I can, including some of the awesome stuff, some of the not so great stuff, and some things you may have missed. The newest trailer dropped at the Xbox Showcase already confirmed a few things like Demon Doors, the White Balverine, and Jack of Blades. I have a video breaking that down if you're interested. I also have videos covering everything cut from the game that was in the original Fables, as well as everything I think needs to be in the game, so check those out and I'll love you forever. Anyway, this was a 30-minute uncut demo of the game, and it showed us a lot about the settlements, the NPCs, your capabilities in the game as far as owning property and relationships, but also some combat. So lock in, nerds, let's get into it. Let's start off with looking at the NPCs and the world of Albion. Kicking it off with some good news, the game looks pretty amazing. I know a lot of people will miss the old art style of the Fable games, but considering that's gone, I'm just going to comment on what we're getting as opposed to what we're not getting. And for what it is, it looks great. The vibe of the game felt great walking through the town, and it had some great music, which I expected, but it was great to finally hear it. Music was essential to making the previous Fables shine. The ambiance was a huge factor for me personally, so seeing it in this demo made me feel great about the game's direction so far. They showed a single scenario where their subjective morality system was shown in action.
Oh, Hero, can you do me a favor and get this bloody kid away from me?
No! I won't let you kill Colin! Hero! You have to stop him!
Look, kid, I'm a butcher, and Colin's just a pig. Do I need to spell it out?
But I'm not like all the other pigs, am I, John?
Oh, look, I am not having this conversation with you again, Colin.
Did I just understand that pig?
Oh, yeah, the novelty wears off after a bit, trust me.
Colin's special! Please. We can eat something else at this little travel feast.
Also, you could choose to fight the butcher or pay him to buy the pig, avoiding bloodshed. So while I'm missing the original Fable's morality system, it seems like there's still moral choices to be made, and also different good or evil ways to handle each choice. This was just a small glimpse at their new way of dealing with morality in Fable, and while I'm not 100% sold on it just yet, at least it relieved some worries for me, because it did look quite good. I was also worried that you could just go to a new town and be unknown, but in the demo, your reputation was changed with people who are not even present during this event, which tells me that the word travels and there may be some sort of overall renown still in play. They walked us around town and showed us a little bit of the gear in the shop, but did not show us every item available. They said different settlements have different options for gear, which is great because I didn't like traveling to a new town only to find that that store had the same exact items as the town that I just left. They also mentioned rare and unique items and clothing that you could find out in the world, and I can't wait to find every single one. They dove into detail about how you can manipulate Albion and the people in it, showing how you could buy houses and businesses, hire people, fire people, evict people, and raise or lower rent as well as wages. So if you lower someone's rent and then raise their wages, that will definitely improve their quality of life in Albion and also improve your reputation in their eyes. But you can always do the opposite.
So let's briefly explore what it's like if I'm not so nice. Hi, Susan.
Nose to the grindstone. Love to see it.
Lovely to see you, boss.
Sorry, Susan. You're fired.
Yeah. You're fired. Sorry.
You're gonna regret that, swine.
She's not happy about that.
In the demo, they bought a pub and hired a beggar off the street to work at their business. Then we saw his name change from Jack the Beggar to Jack the Bartender in real time, so that was pretty cool.
Now the pub is fully staffed and Jack can head off to work. Take your time, Jack.
When you own a business and home, you'll have an income chest in each and every property you own, and all your profits will be placed into them, and you can collect them at any property, saving you time from collecting the small profits at every single location in the game. Now for the first negative part of the demo. The NPC's facial animations were not good.
Hero! You have to stop him!
Look, kid, I'm a butcher, and Colin's just a pig. Do I need to spell it out?
But I'm not like all the other pigs.
They seemed emotionless and the mouth barely even moved with the dialogue. They were very clear that this is a pre-release build and it's still a work in progress. They have 8 months until the launch, so I'm not too worried, but it definitely caught my eye and not in a good way. Another negative that I didn't really like is that you could pay to change your reputation at the town crier.
The people of Silverbrook all have their own nuanced, subjective view of who I am and what they think of me. But if I don't like my reputations in Silverbrook, I can pay the town crier to change them. I give them gold, a lot of gold, and they spread a new reputation for me. If you're rich enough, you can change what people think of you.
Which just threw me off only because there's such a detail on how you can grow your reputation with the smallest action, so being able to pay to have it altered just seemed weird. But I guess it may be cool if you mess up your rep somehow and you just need to change it real quick. My reaction to that might just be my personal issue, and I just might not use that feature. We got a confirmed mini-map, which is great news. They showed a lot of detail in how you can interact with NPCs and how they view you. You can change their view of you if you want. You can flirt with them, marry them, divorce them, or even kill them. And that brings us to the combat portion of the demo. For all you villains out there, you could kill any and every adult NPC if you choose to do that, you little psycho. This was confirmed in an article released by Xbox Wire where they said if you kill any NPC, they're gone and removed from the world. And if you take everyone out in the town, it's gonna stay empty for a while, but it will gradually repopulate over time. This will allow you to feel the consequences of your actions, but not completely lock you out of the settlement, leaving you nothing to do there for the rest of the game. This is good news because sometimes you gotta go purge on a settlement just to let off some steam. In the demo, they attacked a villager and got into a crazy fight with the guards of the town. This showed off some cool combat, including what looks like the Assassin's Rush move. This was OP in the original Fable games, and I'm so glad it's back. You can fight the guards as long as you want. They just keep coming until you leave the settlement. Once you escape, you have a heavy fine with a cooldown timer on it, and if you stay away until your timer runs out, your fine will drop a bit. Overall, the game looks great to me, but what do you think of it? Let me know in the comments. I'm always in there talking with the community. More videos coming soon on Fable, but I will also be covering games as they come out, including Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced and GTA 6 when it finally drops. So make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next adventure.